I will never run out of ideas for clothes that I want to make because I'm constantly being inspired by new things. So this is everything that I want to make for spring 2026, which I'm so excited to show you. Everything that I'm going to show you is what I've thought of recently, and I'm going to show you all of my fabrics that I'll be using, what my inspiration was, and any patterns. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica, and I like to sew my own clothes, and I still consider myself a confident beginner. I have been sewing for a little over 2 years now. So the first thing that I want to make are a pair of low-rise, very wide leg pants. I think they're so cute, and I found this pattern on Etsy. I think this pant is beautiful and exactly what I want, and what I really liked about the pattern is the color that they chose. And what I noticed is that it looks like they're made out of a linen blend because you can see a little bit of weaving in the fabric, and I just think that adds a really nice texture to pants. So I thrifted this tablecloth. I think it's gorgeous, and it would be amazing to find lime green. Like, are you joking? But I think this like kind of electric blue is like the same vibe and just a fun pop of color. And this also has some weaving. It looks like it's like a little bit, maybe like 20% cotton. So I hope it's comfortable, but I love that it has a scalloped edge, which I really want to use on the pant legs. I want to incorporate that. And then I just love that it has this embroidery detail here. A cool detail about those pants is that it has button closures, and I don't really have a lot of buttons. I don't want to buy brand new buttons. I would love to thrift them. And one day I hope to find a bag of buttons at the thrift store. I have yet to find them, but I just need to find the perfect size and color. Since this is a cool tone color, I'm not sure if I want to do like an off-white or a beige, maybe clear. I'm not really sure. So but yeah, that's like the first thing that I really want to make that I'm so excited about. But I will definitely be making a mock-up. I am not going to cut into this like blind, no way. So the next thing on my list is a white eyelet lace matching set. I don't think you can have too many of these. I think these are so beautiful. There's so many inspiration photos that I have saved from Pinterest, and honestly, if I was sewing 10 years from now and I made like 100 of these, I would still wear them and I would love them. I don't think you can have too many. Okay, so I have this beautiful bed skirt, and when I first thrifted it, I thought it was a tablecloth, but then when I ironed it, I figured it out, and I was really close to just keeping this for myself and using it on my bed. But I have dogs and they love to press themselves up against like couches and walls, and so I know that this would get dirty really fast. But look at how beautiful this is. It's so pretty. So definitely making a matching two-piece set because I need to. So I want to make pants for sure, and I want the pants to be a little bit different. So I still want a wide leg, but I really want the bottom portion of the pants to have gathering. These are kind of some photos that I was able to pull and some patterns that I found, which I don't think I would use the pattern. I'm pretty confident that I could do it myself, but I just wanted to give you a reference of what I was kind of going for. The eyelet and embroidery has its own separate piece. You can see the seam line, so it's not one continuous fabric. So it will be on the bottom. I'm not sure if this is enough to go like right under my knee. If you can kind of visualize what I'm thinking. Obviously the pants will majority be white and then the embroidery eyelet detail on the bottom, but then I want to make a detachable skirt using the eyelet. So the skirt will be this, and how I'm going to do it is I made the Nikki pants by Iggy Patterns, which I love if you've seen that video, but she has a tutorial on how you can modify the belt piece into a detachable skirt, which I think is so cool. And I'm just going to add 2 little ties to mine, so I want to do that. But then for the top, I'm not really sure what kind of top I want to make. I don't know if I want to do something like this or maybe more of a triangle style, which I have made before and I really like, but the bottom half of the top will be the embroidery detail, which I think will be really nice. I also want to get your opinion. I don't know, maybe from like a design POV, but I'm not sure if it's going to be too much embroidery eyelet, like the bottom of the top, the detachable skirt, and then the bottom of the pant. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it'll be a look, you know what I mean? Because when I see these sets and, you know, people upcycling things, I think it looks gorgeous. So yeah, I think like the 3 layers are gonna look really nice. I love Damson Matter, and if they ever sent me PR, oh my god. Ugh. Ugh, I love like almost everything that they make. It's so cute. So I want to recreate 2 of their most recent new arrivals. So these 2 skirts. So the first skirt is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, but I think I can recreate this. So not too long ago, I bought this pattern and it looks very similar to the one on their website. And this is the fabric. Look how beautiful. This is very Damson Matter. I think so. This is something that they would have. I'm going to use that pattern. Pretty sure it's cut on the bias, but you can see that the damson skirt has the bottom of the skirt cut at an angle, so I will be cutting that separate piece. And then if you look closely, you can see that it's gathered, so that diagonal part of the skirt that I'm going to cut needs to be a little bit longer so I can gather it. And then I will be making the ruffle for the bottom. And then a nice detail that I saw is that the waistband has a drawstring and then a cute ruffle on top of the waistband, which I think adds like texture to the skirt. Isn't that so cute? I also have this green plaid that I've been sitting on for a while. I keep coming up with ideas of things that I want to make specifically for fall and winter because I think it is kind of like fall tones. So I think that I'm gonna make that skirt in this. Don't you think that would look really cute? I can see it with tights and loafers, and I think it'll look really cute, or some tall boots. So yeah, I think I'm gonna save this for fall and winter. So I realized when I was editing that I never filmed myself talking about this skirt, so I just want to go over it with you quickly. So this is the other skirt that I want to do, and it's a 2-in-1, so it can be worn as a skirt like you see on the left, and then a dress like you see on the right. And the straps are just tucked into the waistband. I believe this style of skirt is called a handkerchief skirt, and I found this photo on Etsy just of a sketch just to give you a reference of how I think it's put together. I think this is something that is cut on the fold, probably at a diagonal. It does look like it has a separate waistband piece, and if you see at the top of the waistband, you see a very skinny tunnel for a very thin elastic, and then below that tunnel, I'm not sure if that's shirring or smocking, but I do know how to shirr, so I will shirr the rest of the waistband for more durability. I don't have fabric for this specific project yet, but I'm hoping to find a red gingham or some kind of red plaid like this one, because I think this is a great print and color for spring and summer, but also late summer, early fall. And I just love things that can be worn 2 different ways. So I love a 2-in-1, like a skirt that can become a dress. So in a previous video, I made this top, which I really, really love. It's becoming one of my favorites. I've already worn it a few times, but it was very simple to make. So I want to make a tutorial for it. And when I make my tutorial, I want to make it out of this fabric, which I think is so cute, very summery, but also late summer, you know? I have a lot of trim left over, which I think would look really nice on the separate like fold over piece like this. I think it'll look really cute, and I can see it looking very well with white denim pants, dark denim pants, or a denim midi or maxi skirt. I think it'll look so cute. Maybe you've seen this style of top from Susmi's collection, and I really want one so bad. So I have this stretch knit fabric, which is a pretty close color to the inspiration. It's just a little bit lighter. So I really want to make one of those tops. Oh, I need it. I need it. And I have quite a bit of fabric, so I'm pretty sure that I could probably make a matching skirt to go with the top. So I'm thinking one of those fold over asymmetrical hem skirts. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm really excited, but I want to get your opinion on this fabric. I've been sitting on this for a really long time, but you can kind of see it. It's like this nude with like glittery stretch. I don't have that much of it, but I was thinking of possibly making a Susmi's collection top with this. I don't know. It would eat up most of my fabric, so that's probably the only thing that I could make with it. I was also thinking of making a top like this, which I've seen a lot of tutorials for. It doesn't look very complicated. And then making a fitted like straight midi skirt. I think that would make a really fun set, because at first I thought that I would save this for kind of a holiday look and make like a Christmas party outfit or New Year's outfit, but now I'm thinking kind of more like Euro summer, Ibiza, like a summer club outfit. So let me know what you think. So you maybe have also seen these tops from Casper the Label, the high neck ones with all the buttons. They're so gorgeous, and oh, I'm so inspired by them. They're so beautiful. So I really want one. I haven't been able to find any pattern for this, but I did find an amazing tutorial on Instagram. This creator teaches you how to upcycle a button down into this top, and this is the top that she made, and it's gorgeous. Like I was like, oh, I want that so bad. And it's lime green. I love lime green. Well, I'm not sure which one of my tops I want to turn this into, because I think it may be a little bit of work because you have to sew on a lot of buttons. Maybe sew on additional buttonholes, I guess, if you want them to actually be functional. So I have this red plaid one, which I think will be very pretty. I also have this striped one, which I think would look really nice. And then I have this blue striped one. So I'm not sure which one. I have a lot of button downs that I thrift, and I think this would be the perfect project. So yeah, that's on my list too. Last, so I have a lot of floral bed sheets and pillowcases that I really want to turn into matching sets. Look at this one. Don't you think that's so pretty? Isn't this so beautiful? And I have 2 of them. So I really want to turn them into matching sets that have a little bit of a pajama vibe, but pajamas you can wear to bed but also out. So I don't want them to be too sheer or too short or too revealing or anything, like something that you can walk out of your house in. So I obviously don't need that many pajamas, obviously. So I want to get your opinion if you yourself or anyone you know would maybe be interested in purchasing pajamas made from like vintage pillowcases, because I see on Instagram a lot of people selling their handmade items on Depop or Etsy, and I know like you need to have kind of like a thing, and you know, I'm very inspired to make pajamas out of these. I think they're all like very beautiful. Like look at this one. So let me know, or if you think that's something that's kind of oversaturated and people would just buy pajamas from a retailer they already know and like. So let me know if you think that's oversaturated. I was possibly thinking of maybe making, look at this one, isn't this pretty? I was possibly thinking of making clothes for maybe like 12 months to a toddler for a girl, like a little matching set or little matching dress with the little shorts underneath and maybe like a matching bucket hat. I know this sounds really random because I don't have kids and I've never talked about kids, but a lot of my friends have kids that are around the toddler age, and then most of my coworkers have kids, so I hear people talk about their kids all the time, and I don't know, there's like definitely a market for kids clothes. So let me know what you think of that idea. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments which item was your favorite. I would also love to know if you're planning on making anything similar, and if I shared some of the same inspiration photos that you possibly have saved on your Pinterest as well. I love knowing stuff like that. I think it's really fun if we're all kind of looking at the same thing. But just quickly, I have to show you this adorable photo of this mama bird and her baby up in the tree. I think they're so cute. The little baby's so little. We are finally in spring and I'm so excited, and it's finally getting warm. Oh, love it. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.